from the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017. We are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store. As it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Houston Texans.
Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory, and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule.
Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. That's complete to Dell.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Gets through, and now an opening.
He's still on his feet. Joe Mixon.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon
with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Texans go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense.
They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, their rookie quarterback.
And he's got to be feeling pretty good about himself right now because he's coming off of a strong performance in their team's win last week. And you can just tell, even early in his rookie season, he's starting to get really comfortable out there, and things are starting to fall into place. In fact, in talking to the rival defensive coordinator the team he's facing this week, he told me this young man's starting to get it.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
The Dolphins at 6 and 2 to start play. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Dolphins.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play.
They'll work the middle here with Wright.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey, look at the defense for these Texans.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And
he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Devon Achane who finished things off with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Texans offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. And his numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. Stroud sets up the play action. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This now a 3rd and 4. Now Stroud. That is caught. And he is going to have the Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage out of it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Again, it's Mixon. And this one not going anywhere. They get it at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. When you look at this defense, they were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
For the Texans.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Dolphins drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 1st down, back to Achane. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and wing in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
And he continues to have success running the ball here in the first half as he's already closing in on 100 yards for the game.
It's 2nd and inches.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Running right, here's Achane.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
78 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's complete to Palmer. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short. So it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
7-7, our score after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
Ready up!
They'll go with the keeper. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Dolphins first down.
They'll run. Achane.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he's going to use his legs here. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that they spend more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The killer here, it's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Stroud looking to throw. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never were crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Jalen Phillips
In there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And 17 at the 37-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Stroud to throw it. Got his man, Dell. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And a good job here of getting the running backs involved in the passing game because they line him up out in the slot to the right, and they're hoping he won't get accounted for, and he's not. Turns into big trouble for the defense, able to work his way free, and turns it into a big play.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Throwing now is Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Touchdown, Texans! Joe Mixon. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And we are tied at 14. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back, his name right there at the top. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, could get a little bit closer this time.
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got the open man. That's McConkey.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
13 yards.
That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Trey Palmer,
His 4th touchdown on the year.
and the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
Texans 14.
A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage here by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
27-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
I'm guessing he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. That way they continue to do it.
10 yards.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 47-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36.
And the Texans first down.
Again, it's Stroud. This goes out wide from Mixon.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 33.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Stroud.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Jalen Phillips.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So halftime straight ahead. It is time to join our good friend Scott Hansen. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. We're officially on to the second half of the season, Week 10. The playoff race starting to faintly take shape. Let's get into it. Our spin around the NFL starts now at State Farm Stadium in Glendale. The Cardinals at home to take on Carolina. And it's Bryce Young. A 4-yard touchdown pass in the box score. The Panthers come away with an 8-point victory. Why don't we move on now and check in on another big mid-season matchup. And this is the former Packers star, Aaron Jones. He's looking for an opening, gonna find it, a 17-yard touchdown on the ground. The Vikings trying to get their record back to 500 at 5-5. They lead here at the half. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts hosting the Jacksonville Jags. And it's Josh Downs. And this is a touchdown. This one is now at halftime, and it's the Colts have the lead in a game where both teams come in on losing streaks, so someone's got to get out of here with a victory. And here's a look at the rest of the action that's going on, the risers and the fallers around the NFL here in Week 10. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half, as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And he returns this to the 22. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from him in the second half?
They were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Well, he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Here comes the Dolphins defensive unit now.
I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that drink, you got to chill.
Looking to put a drive together.
They'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And room to run as he's out past the 35-yard line.
122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
3rd and 1.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 44-yard punt that they're on at losing yardage on the return, though. And it'll be Dolphin football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle, Lachan.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll run on 1st down with Wright. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, right at the 40. Now back to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
Now there's Jake Bates to try the field goal.
And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here's Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And Stroud now to throw. That's caught again by Schultz.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Stroud out of the gun here. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's DJ Turner who's got it.
Well, he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
So that a real wrench thrown in now for this offense. They're trying to make a game of this in the 3rd quarter, but that is not going to help.
Yeah, partner, probably should have used a different tool on that play, right? That ultimately is the kind of play where you can lose a ball game instead of being in a position to win.
Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Houston set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
On the quick, right?
Now Stroud.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up, and this is brought all the way back. A full recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Here comes the Miami defense. They make their way back onto the field. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Final minute now of the third quarter.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
At the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Oh, hey. Tonight. Tony. Tonight.
They'll fake the jet sweep, and now Stroud to throw on play action. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
The Texans, 1st down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stroud. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Stroud. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Dolphins.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard
Heading out as the
line.
Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Looking to put a drive together. Stroud coming right back after the pick 6. And this one too low. Nico Collins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Thomas on the coverage.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Stroud looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Stroud. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Open man is Kirk, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The drive starts with a run from H.N. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. H.N. here, they stay on the ground. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. That'll make it 4th down after the loss of 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
37. And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and goal, Miami.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Ready? 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Check out.
On the handoff, it's H.N. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort.
Go! 19, sorry.
Wright is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
4th and goal.
Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Bates' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your head.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Dolphins have got it. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded it. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
Again, it's Achane.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To the left side, he's got McConkey. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
Bates' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add onto their lead. So the big return had them fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
2nd down and 3.
All right.
Mixing up the middle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 156 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. To Mixon on the check down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Here is 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Tony.
Stroud to throw it. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check go.
And they will take a knee here.
Here we go, straight. Moving my team.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Dolphins, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.